Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A woman bought a cameo video from Lindsay Lohan asking her to come out to her parents. Instead, Lindsay sent the woman a video urging her to do it herself.
Hi, Alana. It's Lindsay Lohan. I know that you are about to take a very big step in telling your parents, who you truly are and what you want them to accept of you. And I think that you should do it yourself. I think that coming from you, you'll feel a lot of power and strength. And it's important that you are who you truly are and that you love yourself and you can live by that and tell your parents that. And I'm promise you they will understand. I'm sending you lots of love, all the love in the world and strength and support. And God bless you. Stay true to yourself. You're truly beautiful. Lots of love and good luck.
Wouldn't have been, this is an incredible, really cool story and a cool thing that Lindsay did. Wouldn't it be great if the woman is just like, I want my money back. You didn't do what I asked.
It's $400.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, it was half price.
Oh, she's doing half off now.
Yeah, she's doing a half price deal. I was thinking about it. So it's just $200.
And that's probably why Lindsay said, I'm not going to do it. I'm only doing it for $200.
I'm giving you a half-assed response for your half price deal. Wouldn't that be, hey, Lindsay, that's not what I asked. Give me my money back.
Wow. Look, I can understand, wanting sharing like really, really difficult news with your parents. That's for some people, that's really difficult news to share. I hope we come to a point where that never is any difficult news.
But it's also, we all agree that the news is easier to digest if Lindsay Lohan tells us.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
That had been such an awkward thing for Lindsay. Like, oh, sweet, got another cameo, $200 in my pocket, and then you find out this is what the person wants. Typically, I think Lindsay's probably wishing people a happy birthday, congratulations on your graduation. Like, that's I totally understand why Lindsay's like, yeah, I got to handle this a lot better than what this person wants me to do because I just can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I usually do what people tell me, like Ron Burgundy. I don't know if I would have thought like Lindsay.
So if somebody hit you up and said, hey, can you record a video that's outing me for my parents? You would do it?
Yeah, because I would think, look, this person wants to do it in a way so that they'll be loved and received, and they figured maybe they trust me, like maybe the parents like me. That's what I would be thinking in my head, is that I'm a helpful conduit to make it go easy. But I agree with you, Steve. I think Lindsay actually picked the better choice.
Yeah, I don't know if I could, if I'm like, I always feel awkward when someone's like, here, talk to my friend. And I hate that. And then you take the phone and you're like,
I hate that.
Hey, and they're like, who's this? I'm like, Steve who? I'm like, here's your friend. They can explain this because I feel awkward trying to explain what's going on right now. Like, they don't know who the hell I am. Like, can you figure this out?
I know. People are just, it's usually when people are at a bar or had a couple of beverages and they always think, this is the greatest idea ever. You're going to talk to my friend.
And their friends, like, they woke them up. They're asleep. It's 2 a.m. And I'm like, hey, it's Steve.
Yeah.
Your friend wants to come out. to party. Not
so awkward.
But I think the reason why Lindsay Lohan said no is because she's been in same-sex relationships before, and that just kind of gets plastered all over the internet. Somebody else gets to tell her story. She doesn't really get the chance to, or never got the chance to. So she knows firsthand what that's like. And she's like, I wish I could have just told them myself.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective.
So that's what I think maybe where she came from, which I think is pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
I like what she did.
I think that's a great way to do it. Mm-hmm. And then you can talk to your family and be like, hey, by the way, check out Lindsay. She's the one who helped me get through this.
Yeah.
For $200.
It's $200, man. I think that's a perfect example as to why, a lot of folks go, I don't understand. Why do we have to continue to make these topics? Because a lot of people, it's not easy. I mean, we live in Seattle. We live in a place where you can be who you want to be, and a lot of folks are accepted. But other parts of the country, it's not as cool. And so it's difficult to come out to your parents. Whereas in Seattle, I think you're probably one of the easiest places you can say, look, this is who I am, and you'll be accepted.
But it's like it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, I hope now being a parent, I want to make sure my child, as she grows up, that she knows anything she needs to talk to me about, she should feel comfortable talking about, not whatever it may be. And, because I think about those things when I was a kid, I was terrified to bring up anything around my parents, not because they were jerks. I just was so afraid that they were going to turn into a big ordeal, make me feel bad about whatever. But I remember it was in high school, because I wasn't dating anyone. I wasn't doing anything. I was just making music in my drum room and playing video games and watching hockey. And my aunt found like, do you like girls? It's okay if you don't. And I'm like, yeah, I like girls. I just don't know how to talk to them. She's like, all right. I was just curious.
Fair.
I love the aunt though gets to do it, because the parents go, I don't know what's going on, and the aunt's like, oh, I'll figure it out.
Right. I bet that was the conversation at one point while I'm holed up in my room playing video games with headphones on, not listening to anybody, not talking to anyone. They were probably like, what's going on? And my aunt's just like, I'll find out. And she did it in such a cool way. It wasn't there was no sense of if you don't like girls, you're a bad person. It wasn't she didn't give me this vibe that she was going to be I was going to be judged either way. But the way she just says, do you like girls? It's cool if you don't. I'm just curious if you do. Totally like girls. Don't know how to talk to them. And she's like, I can't help you with that.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. I really don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to give you game, son.
No, she is what do you want from me?
It's such an interesting concept, though, that you bring up for because I thought the same thing with Lily too. Of just because I was terrified to tell my mom anything, and not that I can remember that she ever did anything that made me feel scared to talk to her, but I just was, and it's now I want to be different, but it's I wonder if that's just a thing that kids have growing up. They just don't want to talk to their parents.
You don't want to feel like you're disappointing them.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really a big part of it. Or with my parents, honestly, the biggest fear was that they would just never they would never drop it. Because they would just bring up things still to this day.
That makes sense.
And there are times where even my wife's like, what, you're not telling them that? I'm like, no, we'll never hear the end of it. And there's been situations where she's like, okay, I get what you're talking about, because something was brought up on, she shared something on Facebook, and my parents still to this day will ask her about something that she put up on Facebook, and she's like, I'm not even, that's not even a thing anymore. Why are you still bringing this up?
Yeah, I think when you're a parent, it's tough because you are the rule maker. And so that child has been growing up under your house, under your rules kind of attitude. And eventually they're going to go, wow, this may break the rules, but I want to do this. And then that's where the splintering happens, where they may not want to share stuff with parents. I think that's going to happen to every parent, no matter what. Because, Danny, as cool as you could be, you're still making rules. You're still telling Lily no on some things, yes on some things. And Steve, you're going to do the same thing. And eventually they're going to go, well, he says no on this, so there's no way I can tell him that. Right. And you'd be like, well, why would that be a problem? But in their brain, it goes, but you're the rule maker.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not have you say no. It's too difficult for me to get a no from you, so I'm not even going to risk it.
Well, I mean, yesterday I was just talking with Tatum, like, hey, look, if you're out with your friends and you've had too much to drink, don't feel embarrassed to call your father. No judgment, I'll pick you up. And she's just like, I don't even know how to stand or walk. I don't even speak.
Well, she at this point, if you see videos of her, it does look like she's had too much to drink a lot.
Oh, the walking videos are my favorite because she looks like college version Steve.
I can see why you'd have that conversation with her.
In the morning going from, Monopole bar to a pizza place, Pizza Bono in Plattsburgh.
And as far as you know, she's okay. She's just a casual drinker.
Right.
Okay. Because the way she's walking, I was like, I don't know, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know what's in that booby milk, but I'm telling you, and
I don't know what's in that booby milk, everybody has been called. Probably whatever your wife is putting in her body. That's, I think, you can figure out.
It is funny when people say, little kids walk like drunk adults.
Yeah.
And, I'm watching that right now because she's taking, 5 or 6 steps, and then she thinks she can start running. She's got that mentality of, Oh, I could walk fast when I have my walker, the wheelie thing. Like, it's an ice cream truck. It's pretty sweet.
Oh,
It's
okay,
made out of
nice.
wood. It's awesome. But it's like, she'll start like flying on that thing, laughing and having a blast. But when she doesn't have that and she starts walking, she thinks she can do that. So she starts motoring up and just
Down
on her
goes
butt.
Frazier. Oh, that's lovely. Chilling.
Makes you realize just how, like, what a trip walking is.
Yeah.
Because like, we just take it for granted.
I'm not even supposed. I'm not sure we're.
It's like I don't know what's going on.
I don't think we're supposed to be. I think if whatever you talk to biologists, we're really not supposed to be on 2 feet. I think we're
When am I talking to biologists?
Well, that's a good point. So walking, I think, is tough because I'm not sure it's a natural thing we're supposed to be doing. I think we sort of did that out of necessity, more so out of, is that the way our body's supposed to work? When you think of all the spinal problems and stuff we have, I think it's because we're really not supposed to be upright like this all the time.
We should just start walking like animals now, just on our hands and feet or knees.
I think we used
Okay,
to.
leave work today like that and see what happens.
Where's Vicky? She got admitted for a psych evaluation.
There was some National Geographic special or something where they showed a family that's how they lived. They were all 4 family.
Really?
Yeah, I
The
don't
only
know what
National
it was.
Geographic special I ever watched was the one that was showing like women in some other country in their boobies, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Very shocking that's exactly the show you'd watch.
Dude, what do you want? My parents didn't have cable; we had National Geographic.
So there you go. Lovely.
And so now I understand why they didn't want to talk to me, or I was afraid to talk to them.
Yeah, that's it.
Steve, you're always watching National Geographic, hoping to see some random woman's boobs.
You're like, look, if I am ever in Africa, I can talk to anybody because I know what's going on. At least some of those folks I've seen from National Geographic.
Oh, there it is. Vicky found the family that just walks on all fours.
They're a Turkish family.
Yeah, that's it.
That seems like it would be worse for your
I
back.
know, my back hurts watching them.
When you think about, though, I mean, it's gravity. Rather than the
Gravity.
Well, rather than having the spine compressed, how people get shorter and it messes the spine. The spine isn't compressed that way by gravity because you're basically you're horizontal as opposed to vertical.
I don't know, man. It's creeping me out seeing these guys.
It is
walking
weird.
around like
I'm not
that.
saying it's not weird,
Yeah.
but I mean it's apparently.
And I think everybody needs a sports bra if they're going to walk like that. Even the guys.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Gravity will not help you in that department. You're right.
That's so weird, man.
Yeah.
So what, I guess they got shoes on, but they don't got anything on their hands.
Well, you take a look at monkeys and simians because they're that's what they're able to do that. And they're able to hang out and have a great time, and they can book it too.
Oh man, I couldn't handle going down steps. I never thought about that. I have a whole new respect for my dog.
Could you imagine somebody chasing you on all fours?
Oh, dude,
That'd be terrifying.
yeah, dude,
That's like horror movie stuff.
and they're fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like the
you're right.
Ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. But they can be fast because they're propelling themselves with not just 2 limbs but 4.
All right, starter question: do you think you could outrun somebody on all fours?
No, I think. Oh no way, dude.
Really?
Oh
can't
yeah,
outrun
if they're
anybody.
skilled, if they're skilled with
I
their.
have no chance.
I mean, you're propelling yourself with 4 limbs instead of 2, so I think that would make you
Yeah.
quicker.
They'd have to be pretty skilled to be faster than somebody who's like a decent runner, though.
Are you
I think-
kidding me?
I think so.
All right. Well, I don't know what shape these guys are in, but why are 4-legged animals faster than us?
I kind of want to race somebody in this situation. I'm not very fast, but I feel like I could outrun someone on all fours.
I think anybody who's the fastest human being can't catch a cat.
Yeah, but we're not
Can't
cats.
catch a. But
Cats
they're
are totally different. They're made completely different.
But they can run faster than us. Dogs can run fast. Like almost every 4-legged creature can run faster.
Yeah,
Turtles
truck can
can't.
Go, yeah, truck can go faster than us, too.
Turtles can't.
I
Okay.
can outrun a turtle.
All right.
Probably.
Definitely.
I feel like if you asked put your dog on its hind legs and tell it to have a race with you, you're going to win. You
Well,
ever see a dog try to do the hind leg thing? It can't. It doesn't. It walks like a baby.
I've seen dogs.
pretty
dance.
trippy to watch that as well. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is a great conversation where I think we've all been dumber before. You're welcome.
Weed week, it feels like.
Many people say they can make dinner in just 10 minutes or less. So what is the top dish they say they can whip up? I'll tell you at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cashback Match. Now to recap and say cashback one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Okay, so we got this survey that says, man, we got burned out on being in the kitchen by last May or June. So everybody was all for it because of the pandemic.
Right.
But by May or June, a lot of folks are like, okay, I'm over the kitchen thing. And apparently a lot of us been running on fumes ever since.
See, I'm ahead of my time because I've been over the kitchen thing since cooking ever was a thought to do.
Yeah.
I like takeout.
I'm with you on
I wish
that.
I could do takeout every night. I would do it.
Same.
Oh, yeah. You're living the Big Bang Theory life.
Oh, no, I'm not. I would love to.
Yeah.
But then again, like I always say that, then my wife makes a meal. I'm like, man, this is so damn good. It's so tasty. Like, why do I always like romanticize and fantasize about eating takeout, even though the food that she's making is great?
Did you do a lot of takeout growing up?
I'd say once a week. We
Yeah.
were maybe
It was a treat.
Maybe once every couple of weeks. My mom homemade everything.
That's the thing.
And also, I look back on that now, and I'm like, I did not appreciate what my mom was making.
Oh, not at all.
Some of the food that she was making is like, that's like high-end stuff at restaurants, like from scratch.
See, you had your mom's Italian, right?
Yeah.
She could cook. My mom was Irish. My dad was Italian.
Yeah.
I got the bad end of that particular combo.
And
If
my
it was
mom
the other
was
way
spent-
around, I would have had some good cooking.
She would spend all day in the kitchen making our meals. And it probably pissed her off so much when we were like, we just want frozen pizza.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just been making like this insane like pasta and meatball, spaghetti, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I want frozen pizza.
But whatever you're used to, you don't appreciate, because I had it the other way around, where I would have loved a meal from you whenever I went to my aunt's house, because that was the Italian side. Oh my God, it was fantastic. And my mom hated that, and she wouldn't even go. Like I remember we would visit my father's relatives, and now I know why she wouldn't go, because they'd always put out a spread, and my mom could not cook. She really was the stereotype of an Irish person that couldn't cook. It was all boxed Spanish, right? It was like rice-a-roni, hamburger helper, and boiled dinners, which of course was the stereotypical Irish specialty. I loved going to a house like yours. Loved it.
I got to think back. Like, she probably wanted to beat us over the head with those stupid TV dinners. Like, but we would get so pumped when I get to TV dinner night, and it's like those like crappy,
had those all the time.
Questionable meat product and the fudge brownie.
Talk about the Salisbury steak from Swanson is fantastic.
Quote steak.
Right.
Yeah.
The chicken nuggets. I'm like, it's TV dinner night. It's amazing. And she's like, you guys suck. I hate that
I
children.
love those cherry cobblers, though.
Oh, the best.
Yeah, no matter what you have, you don't appreciate it because you want the other thing.
Right.
And, but we have all been pretty much like become, when I say we all, I am not part of this group, but I know Vicky's gone down the DIY road, and, as well as the baking, cooking, and I'm going to basically just rebuild my entire house mode. Yeah. And, but people are over the cooking thing. Now people say, basically 1 in 3 people say there are times when they'll just whip together a dinner in 10 minutes or less because they just don't want to spend any more time in the kitchen.
Huh.
And there's the top 5 things if you want to be that person.
I'm trying to think in my head, like, what can I whip up in 10 minutes?
I'm this guy, by the way. I'm on the list.
Peanut butter and jelly. I could do that. 10 minutes or less.
Okay, sandwiches on the list, but not peanut butter and jelly.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all you got. You can do this one, though. As a matter of fact, Rev has talked about like being a connoisseur of this.
What? Which one?
The number one thing.
Oh, boy. Rev's been a connoisseur of this. Brisket. That's not going to take
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Eggs. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Eggs are super simple.
Egg sandwiches are delicious.
I was very confused because I was going to say oatmeal. I'm like, that's not a sandwich.
No, not the way he makes it.
Well,
so egg sandwich is the number one thing that people can whip up in 10 minutes or less.
I used to do that in college. Egg sandwich. I was on a bagel, Like one of those big store-bought bags of bagels, and then just a crap ton of cheese and ketchup.
Spoiler alert, by the way, this list, the top 3 things are could be called sandwiches. Number 4 is always argued whether or not it's a sandwich.
Hot dogs.
And then number 5 is my specialty. Hot dogs is number 4.
Your specialty. Oh, man.
Frozen food.
Fluffernutter? Oh.
Microwave dinners. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's my specialty. Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, my box died. Oh, now my box has died. Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry, the crowd's a little lethargic this morning.
Well, you know, it's Tuesday. Tuesday's rougher than Mondays.
So, hot dogs number 4, microwave dinners number 5, egg sandwiches number 1. Number 2 and 3
can I
are
argue
both
something,
sandwiches.
Though? I mean, a microwave dinner, is that just like you going into the freezer and getting one of those like lean cuisine?
Yeah, that's not
That doesn't count as whipping up a dinner.
Well, it's on the list.
That's fine. The list is crap for that.
What about those frozen bag meals that'll be like what is it, like shrimp and like fettuccine Alfredo?
Like the Bertolli ones.
Yeah. You throw those in, and
You mean like some restaurants do, and then they bring it to your plate.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna-
$17.99.
Yeah,
Frozen,
exactly.
you put them in a little fry pan and you have to watch it for 10 minutes.
You know, at least
that's not cooking. You're doing the same thing I'm doing.
No.
You're just using
there's way more
There's
effort.
a couple steps involved.
What are you doing? You throw in a frying pan. What else
I
you doing?
guarantee you would ruin it.
Yeah, you'd burn it.
And plus, you're afraid of your stove. Like, you couldn't
I'm
do
not
this.
the
You wouldn't
top
be able-
part of the stove. I'm not afraid of the top part. I'm afraid of the oven.
Okay.
I'm afraid of the oven.
That's better.
Yeah.
Sounds like a horror film.
Right. I don't want to go in the oven. I'll go in the top part. I can do.
If the meal's already prepared and all you have to do is nuke it, and then all of a sudden it's done. There's no sense of preparation.
10 minutes. I whipped it up.
I don't
Just like you
count
Traeger idiots. You think you're cooking? I think I'm
You
cooking.
still have to prep it. Like you look at what Danny does with his Traeger
I have to
stuff.
prep it. I have to open the box.
And what, peel the label slightly?
No, I have to actually
Cut a
poke
slit in
it with
it.
a fork.
Yeah, you
gotta
have
poke
to cut a hole
gotta
and
poke
poke
the
it.
film. I mean, come on.
If you just open the whole thing, all hell breaks
And by the
loose.
way, I also add something to it. I don't just do what they give me. I go get a box I get some frozen vegetables and I do those and I mix it together.
Okay.
So
Jesus.
I'm not doing I don't just eat the meal they give me. I get two frozen dinners and combine them.
I am willing to give you that.
Thanks, buddy.
Because at least it involves more than just microwaving something, peeling the little plastic off.
And I
it
put it in a
eating.
dish. I don't eat it out of the thing either. I think I want to.
Oh, yeah,
like
you're
I'm
not a savage.
Yeah, I'm on fancy diner, and I do
That's
make my
stupid.
And
Why
I
are you going to waste a dish in that sense? It's already
yeah,
given you
right?
you bought the dish with it.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't. You don't eat it in the dish. You
Why
put it in
not?
Because that's presentation. It makes you feel like you actually made your meal.
Presentation.
Do you pour your soda out of a
poser.
can into a glass?
Of course I do.
Why waste the energy?
Why? Because
Pop it and drink it.
I'm already eating something that's prepared, and I wanted to make it look like it was home cooked as best as possible.
You
putting
poser.
it in a dish makes you do that.
What are you worried that Gordon Ramsay's going to randomly knock on your door? And
Tricks
be like,
my brain. See,
Okay.
It tricks my brain into thinking that I'm not a lonely man because no one's cooking food for me.
jeez.
Because if you eat it out of that plastic, it pretty much tells you you're eating a microwave thing. But if you put it in a bowl,
Then you're just a guy by yourself eating it in a
but it's
fancy
in a bowl. It made me think that somebody made this for me, which would sometimes would be me.
Do you want us to purchase you like a one of those like realistic life looking dolls?
Oh, a real doll?
You want me to get a blow up doll, but put an
Not
apron
blow
on?
up, not blow up. Show some respect.
Okay. Oh, show some respect. It's your idea. I don't know what kind of respect you're giving
Show
me.
some respect to these dolls. They're not blow up. They're not. You need air to make them. They're lifelike.
Look, presentation is everything. For instance, when I have a Coca-Cola, I have one of those cool Coke glasses, and I fill it with ice, and I go, just like you see in the commercials. Presentation is everything.
I just pop the can open or a bottle. I screw the top off and drink. It's one less dish to do.
The only thing that BJ said in that made sense to me is ice. I like to drink my drinks over ice, so I don't like them straight out of the can.
See,
Okay.
I prefer not to have it watered down with that ice.
You know
crap,
what?
But, everyone does their own thing.
Yeah, the ladies appreciate presentation. I'm telling you right now. I have
ladies in your
What
life.
lady other than your daughter is in your house?
Well, there was this old lady that came over one time, my wife's friend. All I did was take some Trader Joe's spinach dip. I mixed it with some tuna fish, but I put it in a bowl and gave her crackers around the bowl. She thought it was the greatest thing ever, and all I did, and I believe it was part of the presentation. Anybody could have done what I done.
Wow, the bar's set real low for
Yeah,
dudes.
is she old and single? Is that why?
Hey, I don't ask questions, but if you guys don't believe in presentation, I mean, the fine restaurants know the presentation is a big part of the meal. You see that on the cooking show.
Yeah, I get that. I'm going somewhere.
So do it to yourself. Why not? I mean, I'm home. I'm alone. Why? I go to I have some nice china. Why not?
Do you like candles when you're having some alone time?
That's never my thing.
Okay.
But I mean, that's what my wife would do. She would cook it for me and put it in that bowl, give it to me that way. By the way, I also make a salad for myself, which is basically, I take the chicken that I open from the canned chicken, and then I take the lettuce from the salad mix bag and I put that together. And I toss the salad, like a professional, and I throw the dressing on there. So that's making dinner too, right?
Somebody says, I agree with you 1,000,000%, BJ. Martha Stewart said, if it doesn't look delicious, it won't be delicious, or something to that effect. Peace out.
I guarantee.
Peace out, Texter.
Peace out. I would let you buy any microwave dish you buy, Steve. Go to the store and buy whatever you want, and then I'll do my method. And I guarantee people, and then we won't sell them which one. We'll say one of them is a microwave preparation, and the other one is actually home cooked, and they're not going to tell the difference. They'll be able to. They won't know. They'll know that mine's the best one.
The last time someone in the Shea household went head to head with me in a cooking challenge, remember how that went?
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, but you're not cooking. You're just going to microwave something and put it in that stinky little container.
I can prepare it just fine.
Yeah. Oh, I know you can. You just throw it in the microwave.
All right.
But I'm going to put it in my fancy bowl. With also my special vegetables that I put in there. Yeah.
So in a bag of chips, if you're having a bag of chips, are you going to reach into the bag of chips or do you pour it into a bowl?
I have a snack bowl.
Okay.
Oh, you kidding me? I throw everything in my snack bowl. I guess I do that with
popcorn. I don't like when I microwave popcorn. We usually hot air pop it, but if we microwave it, we still put it in that bowl.
Yeah, you don't want your hands to get all buttery.
Yeah.
On the top.
Well, you don't even want to hear what I do with snacks. Because, I'll blow your mind.
Lower the lights.
I will blow your mind. Sarah she'll testify, I get multiple snacks and mix them. Like, I'll get the multiple bags of popcorn, the multiple bags of and peanuts. I will get one big bag that there's one popcorn bag I don't throw away. Like, as soon as it's empty, that's my mixing bag.
Uh-huh.
And then I just take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, mix it all up, throw it in a bowl. Of course, it's a fancy, nice snack bowl that I got, a nice one. And then people go, dude, what is this? This is over the top.
This is over the top.
It's presentation.
I don't deserve this kind of treatment.
You don't deserve. How many people give you? You get a little bit of Dorito, maybe a Lay's potato chip, plus your favorite popcorn.
The BJ Trail Mix.
There's a peanut. Yeah, you get it in a bowl. It's got the
just one peanut.
Yeah,
one lucky eater gets a peanut.
It's presentation. And here's your nice little soda glass with the and the cola in there.
I realize I'm similar to BJ, but in a way he hates. I like having a different type of presentation. I eat almost everything out of mugs.
What?
I have giant mugs that you could use for soup, but I'll put my leftovers in there and put them in the microwave. But I eat everything out of a mug. I'll drink everything out of a mug because I love collecting them. So I'll drink soda out of a mug.
But you're saying everything. So what about chicken tenders? Would you put them in the mug?
If you had a microwave.
Yes, I probably would put them in a mug because then I could still put the dipping sauce in. I'm not going to make a mess.
We work with weirdos.
We work with weirdos. This guy puts friggin' Axe in his mouth for mouthwash, and you take off all your clothes just to go to the bathroom.
Like I said, we work with weirdos. We were including ourselves.
That's including
ourselves.
You just rested the case. You're right. I
think mine's the least weird of all of you.
Oh, okay. Don't go on to that.
Of the examples
no, that's
not.
It's weird that somebody wants to put a nice presentation with their food. That's weird. Martha Stewart and you know what? She's not weird.
For yourself, it's weird.
What do you mean for yourself? It's weird. If you don't treat yourself the best, who's
treat
going
yourself?
To? You got to treat yourself. You know what I mean? If you don't treat yourself good, who's going to?
So as a BJ, you should try Home Chef. Easy meals mailed to you. Many can be made in 10 minutes.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. I've got some frozen dinners that I buy at the store that I like a lot. I looked at those other things. Look, even Russell Wilson's got some stuff he's selling.
Well, he's selling clothes and food now?
Oh, yeah.
And cologne?
Oh, yeah, Russell's got food.
No wonder why we're not in the playoffs.
But I mean, it's like, look, it's twice the price.
Just like his pants.
Yeah, see, I like what I get. But thank you for the Home Chef. I did look into it, but
Home Chef is awesome.
So can you microwave it? Is that, or you get? Oh, I'm not gonna. No, I don't cook.
I don't think Home Chef is microwave. We've done all the meal prep services. We love them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there nowadays, and some of them are just like it looks like a microwavable Tupperware thing, and it just gets given to you, and boom.
I want to say that's Freshly.
Freshly.
Oh, yeah. Freshly, yeah. My wife actually has Freshly sent to my mother-in-law. Those you can freeze. I think you can microwave. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's telling me. I've heard of Freshly though.
So I agree with you, BJ. You got to be your own best friend before you can be anyone else's best friend. Another person, 1,000%. With BJ played up all my food. Next text, BJ, you'll make somebody a nice wife someday.
Oh, I've already made somebody a nice wife.
Johnny Rubbers.
Dude, I've decorated. I decorated my wife's apartment. She gets credit for like how her apartment looks, and she has to sheepishly go, "I didn't do this." They go, they go, "What do you didn't do this?" My husband pretty much goes out and does all these things and picks out all these designs. I know I'm a really great wife. You know what? And if I'm ever available, I'll let you guys know. All right, yesterday, Steve, guess what happened to this? He did get it right. He's on a roll, this Steve.
Space Force airs on what streaming service?
Peacock.
No.
Netflix.
Yes.
I wish there wasn't a Peacock service because he's going to answer that just because he likes the name.
Well, and also because they have the WWE.
Yeah, it's in his brain now.
WWE Peacock. I almost left out the P, and I thought that could sound weird.
Yeah, good call. Think?
Yeah.
Great call. Yeah.
Especially when talking about oiled up, sweaty men.
Okay. If you want a shot at beating Steve, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Peacock over here at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target, now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.